Hello again, my divinities. Welcome for part 2. Thank you for those of you who have subscribed, because you guys know you are my MVPs. That is Patreon and the Facebook subscriptions are my main source of income. So I am very grateful to those of you who are supporting. It really means so much to me. But I'm also grateful to those of you who comment, who react, who share my posts, my videos, those of you who send stars and donations. All of those things genuinely mean so much to me. I really appreciate the messages that come with them as well. Hold on, put this. So yeah, that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So let's see. Let's get started with, we need to read the ring, right? So let's read the desert again, because I feel like I want to reiterate this energy as we go. 37. So the desert represents the drought, the wasteland, the badlands. The desert is alive and pulsing with energy despite its desolate appearance. Turn toward it rather than away from it. When in the throes of the desert, contemplate the following. You are not alone. You have more supplies with you than you think. Water is very near. The desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with a lack of clarity and existential dread. We are thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of day-to-day life. The desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright and its darks terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. Truths reside in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. The crows, the shadows, and the coyotes' calls surround you. Let the winds and sands work their deep magic, weary traveler. When light, surreal, strange, unexpected visions, silence. When dark, drying, deadening, disorienting, isolating. Now let's read the ring. And I believe that's number... The L, I forget, honestly, if it's a 40 or a 50. So it's either 47 or 57. Let's see. Oh. Okay. 40. Hold on. Here we go. So the ring, no, I was trying not to mess up everything else. Sorry. Anywho, the ring represents the infinite, the wheel, the connection. Take stock of the jewels you adorn yourself with. Watch out for rings you wear out of habit that keep you connected to the old you. Study images of the mandala, the unus mundus, the Ouroboros, and the medicine wheel. The ring is an image of connectedness. Sorry. The ring is an image of connectedness. Rather than viewing life as linear, as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circularity of creation. For this reason, it's no surprise a ring is worn on the finger to represent eternal love that surpasses space, time, and worldly things. So much can be projected onto this archetypal image because it mimics the Earth's orbit around our great sun and the intimate bond between two lovers. It is the micro and macro united. This card calls us to deepen connection with self, other, and the world at large. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring waiting to adorn your finger. When light, connectedness, humility, sacred cycles. When dark, unconscious repetition, starving for connection. Go deeper. Rilke's I live my life in widening circles. Interesting. So, that is definitely connected to the vow, but in a different way, right? So it's talking about how time isn't really linear, or our experiences, our healing. Nothing is really linear in life. Let's see. Tell me about the ring. So we start off with the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Five of Cups. With the Knight of Swords, Judgment, Four of Swords, Five of Wands, Two of Cups. So we're going to continue talking about this knight who apparently made this vow and is now a king. With the Knight of Swords, I think that this person is resisting. One of the main reasons that the desert came out, remember, it's talking about how, hold on, I want to reread the first part of it because I remember thinking, oh, this is really important. Okay. It's talking about how there's lack of clarity, there's disorientation, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. So I feel like this masculine is in the energy of, again, someone that's been walking in the desert for I don't know how long. They feel like they're losing hope. They're losing they don't know purpose anymore. There's a lot of things that I feel like this person is really, they're really depressed is what I'm really feeling. And so divinity is trying to awaken them. But with the Knight of Swords, to be able to awaken them, they would need to search for answers. Knight of Swords is the researcher. It's the person looking for, they're pursuing truth seeker. The only way out of the desert is within. And I know that might sound really cringy, but it is. The only way out of this desert is to go within, ask themselves these questions. Why is me keeping this vow so important to me? What is this doing for me? What is this validating or affirming within myself? What value do I take from fulfilling this vow? Because with Judgment here, they really feel like they're doing the right thing, but this means two different things. One, if they would search within themselves why they feel like this means that they're doing the right thing. And it also is because it's followed by the Four of Swords. This is what divinity is trying to awaken within them, the ability to heal, the ability to move past this mentality. Because honestly, I feel like this is extended. It's gone for too long, to the point where now even this person's guides are worried about them. But they're resisting. They're resisting because they're afraid that if they go within, they're going to start thinking about the Empress more than they already do. And they're almost in this mentality of they feel like that's torture. So they don't want to do that. But that's the only way that they can move through, escape this desert. That's the way out. So with the Ten of Pentacles, they're in this place of stability, right? Supposedly. Now I'm saying supposedly because clearly with the desert, this person is dying. But they are maybe financially, they're really stable. But with the Seven of Swords, this was not their plan, right? This is something that they were kind of fooled into. This is something that it's weird because it's like they were lied to and now they are lying as well. This is what divinity, I think, wants them to look into. Because if someone that's so dead set on doing the right thing, they wouldn't be a liar, right? And yet now they've become a liar. Because their priority is to uphold this vow. And divinity's like, well, I don't know, maybe you should ask some questions here. If you are so doing the right thing, why do you have to lie to people about this vow? Why not just be direct? Why not just discuss how this vow came about? But with the Knight of Cups, this person feels almost like it would be a disrespect to whoever they made this vow to. Because at the Five of Pentacles, it might be acknowledging the fact that the person that they made this vow with is poor, or maybe there's something here, Five of Pentacles, maybe that person has a disorder of some kind. I don't know where that came from. Possibly because I'm seeing Five of Cups and Five of Pentacles. So this person is in deep despair. But this also represents who they got into a connection with. Maybe they got into a connection with somebody who has like chronic depression or chronic financial issues, or both. There's something here about they feel like to say the truth would be to expose the person that they're in a connection with. And again, that person's honor and dignity is more important than their own. So they're a little bit of a martyr, honestly. That's the energy they're in. Like they're becoming a martyr of, well, this person that I made the vow to they're the priority. My happiness, my well-being, my mental health, that comes second. This person's the priority. Okay. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. Look, Five of Pentacles again. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Two of Swords, Queen of Swords, Page of Wands. That's why divinity is trying to get them to ask questions, because whoever they're dealing with is actually a Queen of Swords. So they're more than capable of taking care of themselves, but with the Two of Swords, it's like this person doesn't want to admit that. Oh, wow. Okay. So this person doesn't want to admit that. Why? That's what makes them uncomfortable. It would make them very uncomfortable to realize that they broke their own heart. It's like they're running from that. They know it because we just saw it in the previous collective. They already know that they broke their own heart, but they don't want to explore that. They don't want to explore the possibility that they were really fooled. They don't want to explore the possibility that they did all this for nothing. That's what it comes down to. It would devastate them even more to know that it was all in vain, that it was all for naught. So with the Five of Pentacles, we have two people here now. Two people, the Queen of Cups with the, King of Swords. They both feel just as alone. So the Queen of Cups didn't get what she thought she would get out of it. They didn't, accomplish what they thought they were accomplishing, which is why they feel like they have to stay. Because at least then it won't feel like it was for nothing. And the universe is like, look, there's a way out here. There's literally a door right there. There's a way out if you just reason through this problem. Both of you. If both of you just talk things out, learn to communicate, find solutions. So, for example, let's say that they are protecting somebody who needs them to survive in some way. You can do that without chaining yourself to them. You can protect this person financially without having to make a vow of loyalty the rest of your life. You see what I'm saying? But it's like there's something here about they're scared. They're scared to explore that potential, that possibility. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Ace of Cups. Temperance reversed. Three of Wands. The Moon. The Chariot. Eight of Cups. I see. This Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, may be dealing with addictions. So one of the reasons is that they're forcing themselves to stay is because they feel they've made themselves be the guardian, the person responsible for this person's mental health and well-being, and maybe when they're around, they believe that they make this person feel better. So, yeah, this is codependency, guys. It is. Because basically this person is becoming a nurse. They're becoming the I'm responsible for this person's life. Whenever, isn't this whole other person a grown-ass adult? Like, why would we be responsible for someone else's well-being? I understand that happening on a temporary basis, but dedicating your whole life when you're clearly unhappy, they need to allow themselves to step into the concept of forgiveness. Because I'm telling you, this person, they don't want to explore the possibility that this was all done in vain. They don't want to explore the possibility that they made a wrong decision. Because imagine, okay, think of it like this. Think of it like, this person had been saving for 20 years. I know that's exaggerated, but I'm trying to get you into the mindset of what I'm seeing here. Think of this person saving for 20 years. And then all the savings that they invested those 20 years, they poured into this person. There's fear of exploring the possibility that that was done over a lie. So it's like, although they intuitively know and they're aware of what is happening, they are pushing that down and not wanting to talk about it, not wanting to acknowledge it, because it would mean that they made the biggest mistake of their life. So the only way that they can get through that is exploring the concept of forgiveness. So because they're showing up with the King of Swords, this person holds themselves up to really high standards, right? That's what they're struggling with. They don't know how to temper that. This is why it's so rigid. It's like, it's all or nothing. I either do the right thing all the time or I'm a fucking loser. I either fulfill my vows 100% of the time for the right reasons or I'm a terrible person. So they don't know how to forgive themselves, and therefore they can't move on because they're stuck in this place of like, no, I made a vow and I have to do it. Yeah, no, it wasn't a lie. It wasn't a lie, even though clearly it is. That's why they're trying to act like, no, everything's fine. Yeah, everything's fine. I'm good. We're good. Everything's good. Because they don't want to acknowledge the fact that they blew so many different opportunities and chances for themselves. To clarify, Knight of Cups. Ooh, look at that Tower reversed. Clarify, Knight of Cups. I'm also getting the Seven of Swords. The Queen of Wands, the Sun, the Moon. I'm getting the mental image of, you know how people have like survivor's guilt? So for example, two best friends that went to school together ever since they were teeny tiny and grew up together, and then one person asks the other person to come pick them up from the movies or go with them to the movies, and on the way that person passes away. To be able to not deal with the repercussions of that guilt, the one that asked them to come could start denying the fact that they ever called them, even though reality says different, right? Even though you could show the receipts, this person doesn't want to see that. They don't want to think about it. They would bury that incident as deep as they could in their mind because they don't want to carry that burden of, it's my fault that this happened. So if they're unhappy, it's like this self-flagellation. They're lashing themselves like, you deserve it, you're stupid, you deserve it, you're stupid. They will not allow themselves to be free from this guilt. So this is the same thing. The ring isn't actually the ring that's on their finger. What's binding them is the fact that they don't want to explore what they've destroyed to be able to hold on to this. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to explore it. They'd rather be in this desert, in this place of misery, because that makes them feel better. It's like, those people when they mess up and they're like, just yell at me, just hit me. That makes them feel better because they feel like, okay, now we're even. So this person has made a mistake. They broke someone else's heart, and they feel like this is their penance. The ring that's binding them is the fact that they won't forgive themselves for having done this, for having put themselves in this place, for having broken the Empress's heart and their own. So that's why they're coming across like everything's fine, everything's good. When in reality, they're living off of memories. They're wanting to suppress, because if they do touch this, if they do even touch this subject, they know that they're going to go running towards the person that they actually want to be with. So they run from it. They avoid it because they feel like I have to fulfill my vow. And the only way I can fulfill this vow is by not asking questions. But see, the universe, this is this person's guides. I feel like this person's guides are awakening in them this desire to ask questions, because that's the only way they can heal. If they forgive themselves. Like, why would you blame yourself for being lied to? Because people do this in relationships too. Like if somebody, I recently saw a post, and I've seen it in other places where men or women, because honestly, it's not just men, people, let's just say that people will lie on dating apps about what type of job they have, how much money they make, what their marital status is, how many children they have, their height, etc., etc. They'll lie about a lot of things. And then when they get somebody invested in them, that person will sustain the lie because they're already invested. Now they feel like, I don't want to let people know I'm stupid. So they will help this other person continue lying. So this is what's going on right now. This person may be miserable, may be emotionally completely depressed, but they're going to continue this farce because it makes them feel better to not let everyone know I was lied to, I was made a fool of. Clarify Five of Pentacles. The Four of Swords, King of Swords. Clarify the Five of Pentacles. Ooh, those came out reversed. Let's see. Nine of Cups reversed. Hermit reversed. Seven of Cups reversed. Wow. With the Seven of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, Five of Swords, yeah. I think that they're overly hyper-focused on what they lost, that they can't really see a way back. And because they can't see a way back, they keep blaming themselves. And again, the universe is like, look, we need you to heal. We need you to stop blaming yourself this way. It's okay. You're not the first person that's been lied to. But this person's sitting here in this rigid place of, no, I have to do it now. Now I have to do it, which creates the Five of Swords. The King and the Four is the Five of Swords. It's a hollow victory. So yeah, they'll sit with the knowledge of, I fulfilled my vow. At what price? What did you lose in the process? What are you continuing to lose in the process? With the Nine of Cups reversed, now this is the total opposite. Remember how this person used to love their life? They hate their life now. The Hermit reversed. But they also don't want to explore. They don't want to go within. They're just accepting that this is life. This is the way it is. They feel like they deserve it. Seven of Cups reversed. There's nothing, they don't have aspirations for life anymore. If this person used to be ambitious and driven and energetic, they're not that way anymore. Their lust for life, their zest for life has just been squished. And again, they're coming from this mentality of, I deserve it. I did this to myself. I'm stupid. I don't want to let everyone else know I was stupid, so it is what it is. Wow. Okay, clarify Four of Wands. Strength card. The Hierophant. Seven of Pentacles. With the Magician. The Emperor. The Three of Pentacles. See, this is somebody who, they are in their masculine energy, but they're still, it's almost toxic because, again, this person is in the mentality of, I must protect somebody who's weaker than me. But this is what they tell themselves, because in reality, the Queen of Cups showed up as a Queen of Swords. They're not that weak. But this person is allowing that facade to live because it makes them feel better to know that, yeah, it's because they're weaker, so I have to take care of them. They're lying to themselves. Everything, this whole thing is built on a lie. But it's a lie that keeps being it's a perpetual lie. I can't talk today. And it clearly is, it's sapping this person's strength. It's sapping their life force. It has a lot of power over them. Traditional roles have a lot of power over this person. So if they were taught that this is your job is to be the provider, the protector, that's the only function you serve, and that's the function they're serving as now, then they feel like, well, what else? This is the role I fulfill, right? This is what I'm built for, so. C'est la vie. Clarify the Five of Cups. Eight of Pentacles, Justice. Ten of Swords. With the Fool, the Queen of Wands, and the Sun. I don't know what this is. But with the Fool card, something is about to shift. A divorce is happening, but I don't feel like they initiated it. So it may be the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, the one initiating the divorce, and then they'll be free. And I will tell you this, as soon as they're free, I do see them like jumping so fast because they didn't want to be the ones to break the vow. They were allowing someone else to make the decision. And once that person makes the decision, they're off lickety-split. I feel like this is the universe. I know this sounds odd. I've never seen this as the universe because it's not a major arcana, but I'm feeling it right now. The universe is hard at work creating an ending. They're saying you fulfilled your promise. You have fulfilled your vow. Enough. You may not cut it off, but we will. This has gone on long enough. There's some other contract that they have to fulfill. There's other things that they have to do. And so the universe is the one cutting this. I'm seeing it like a shackle. They're freeing this person from the shackles that have been holding them. Now that represents multiple things, because not only is it the very physical, legal documents binding them, but I also feel like it's their mind. They're getting them to heal because they need them to release these shackles from their mind of stop punishing yourself. There's the same thing. It always floors me when I see people who get cheated on and they assume that means they are not valuable or they're not attractive. I'm like, girl, boy, whoever the fuck you are, the person that cheated is at fault. Why would you blame yourself? That's like somebody who's like, I don't know, a scammer. Why are people embarrassed about getting scammed? Because somebody lied to you? We're supposed to know when people are lying to us all the time? That makes us stupid, not knowing? I mean, yeah, sometimes it's a little obvious, but even then, even to the people like me, I now see, like, it's obvious when I see a scammer. I know when there's a scammer. But Guess what? I know now because I got scammed in the past. That's how I know. So we don't learn unless we go through the experience. So I sincerely hope that this king gets some peace, some mental peace, and they nourish their soul, because this is awful. So I'm curious now about part 3. Let's go into part 3. I will see you guys on the other side. Thank you so much for being here. Talk to y'all later. Looking forward to comments. Bye-bye.